So something to note before we even go inside is if you look down the end of this street, at the end of Bear Run here, you see those 3 kind of stop signs down there. That is the beginning of one of my favorite parks in Grapevine called the Bear Creek Park. It's several different dog parks. It has Bear Creek, a tributary to the Trinity, running through it. And speaking of running and biking, there is a just amazing bike trail and running trail that connects from this park all the way to Parr Park. And it passes over the, I think the world's most painted rocks, like the Guinness World Book of Records collection of painted rocks on the way to Parr. And it just doesn't feel like you're in a major city whenever you're in that area. I really, really love that park. My family and I spend a lot of time there. If you have animals or even if you don't have dogs, it's just a great place to go. But anyways, this house is very special. As you can see here, you've got a ton of space over here. You know, like some homes have large side yards, but this really has 2 large side yards, primarily because I guess the kind of the configuration on the lot itself. You know, see what I'm talking about. See that back there? It's just kind of like a piece of pie, and we're kind of in the front, the smaller portion of the pie. But man, it goes back to where this is the largest lot in, well, it's one of the largest. So standing at the front door, this is what you see right whenever you walk in. Dining room to the left. The kitchen is through that door right there, which we'll see momentarily. Living room is here. And this is kind of a flexible space. This could be formal living, or if you wanted to make this into a game room, you could. One of the things I think is just so pretty is the staircase. I like that it kind of spins around instead of just coming straight down. The other thing to note is the really nice trim and molding in this house. So they use this as an office space, and you'll see some of their things. We haven't fully moved out here, but anyways, so you have kind of the den in there. Nice little, there's all these kind of architectural touches, like a nice little decoration area here. And let's see, what else do we have? So this is another flexible space. They have used it for their child's game room play area. You've got a nice view to the backyard, and it's really, really great. Kind of taller ceilings in here. This could be a bedroom. It's just, you know, there's no closet, but it could be made to be, you know, whatever kind of room you want. So really nice, really large. All right, let's move on. All right, so let's take a step into the giant living room. I love the soaring ceilings in here. It's really nice. It's got tile floor all on the bottom floor, by the way. So it's very, very nice. Kitchen space over there, which we'll take a look at closely, but just a few things on this fireplace. I mean, this is just, it's really neat. Could be painted, I know a lot of people just would like it as it is, but it does have a gas connection in there for, you know, like wood burning, or if you wanted to convert it to a gas logs. We have this space up there. There's the catwalk upstairs, so it does have that area that looks down. Nice view into the kitchen as well here. You can also see out into the back. It's got this massive, beautiful pool and just huge backyard. So let's go see the kitchen up close. Here in this room, we've got a half bathroom, powder room there. So it's good for guests. This is back into the dining area. There's this really nice butler pantry with really nice cabinetry where you can actually see the dishes. And this goes back into the dining area. So there's the front door. So really good flow. And as we go through, got a kitchen here, large breakfast nook, nice area for homework or for paying bills or whatever you're doing, and just a whole lot of countertop space. The pantry is just around the corner, and of course there's the fridge nook, and you can go into the backyard really easily here. Nice connection to a covered patio. Let's go see in the backyard, and then we'll kind of come back around. So this is one of my favorite features of the house. I think they disconnected the fan, but it does have two areas that can hold up fans back here, that has the support and everything with electricity run to it. I think those are just old and they removed it and they didn't want to put something else in that somebody might not like, style-wise. But just look at this pool. It is beautiful, right? You have the Baja deck over there. It has a spot, I think, to hold, well, not I think, it's to hold a volleyball net kind of in that area. Or you could put something like an umbrella, right? Kind of have a nice shaded area right there. Additionally, they do have a really, really nice pool cover system. One of the expensive ones that kind of like latches on every little bit. And I love that because it can support the weight of a human or whatever, if somebody were to run out there, or a dog, if maybe your dog were to go out there during the fall or winter here, or like 2 months that we get in the fall and winter. I do want to point out that the heater does not function. It hasn't worked for a little bit since that freeze, but everything else is working really, really well. There's this massive area that can support a plate, or this play set, or if you wanted to put anything else there, like just gazebo, outdoor living space. And then just take a look at this retaining wall. It's really, really high quality. It's really, really nice. But this backyard is ridiculous. As we go back here, oh, and by the way, something they wanted me to point out is that pool cleaner does definitely, it stays with the house. So that thing works really well, obviously. Keeps the pool clean. Okay, look at this, even more backyard. I mean, it just kind of feels like it goes on forever. And this is something you just can't find in our area, at least not anywhere near this house. Just kind of a massive play area. I think this is just my favorite. I mean, the house is great. The inside of the house is wonderful, but man, to have this much space. What's really cool is if you look on Google Maps on this address and you look behind this house, there's like, I don't know, I think it's a 5 or 6 acre plat. And so you really have kind of extreme privacy here, because you don't really have a backyard neighbor. There is a house back there, but it's so far back I can't even see it right now. It's almost, you can hear those cicadas. It's almost like being in the country, except you're in the middle of Grapevine. So it's just really nice. I'm a huge fan of all this, but let's go in and see the rest of the house. So we're gonna walk back through the kitchen here. We've got laundry space here. They're in the process of moving out, so you're gonna have to look past some of this stuff. But look at how massive this laundry room is, right? There's a wash and dryer on the right side. You have room for like a freezer, an additional fridge, whatever. You could put in another appliance of some kind, This is pretty great. There is a sink in here with, like some kind of clothes folding area. Whenever we keep looking out here, we've got a freezer out here, but it gives you an indicator of just, it's a larger garage. I think it's around 22 by 20, something like that, maybe 24 by 20. You have these storage lips on the side. There's a water heater in there that's gas powered, but pretty nice. It's cool that it has this natural light coming in. A lot of garages don't have windows, so that works. Now let's go take a look upstairs. No, it's fine. It's fine. All right, so let's go upstairs here. Okay, so we've just gone up those beautiful stairs. We've got 2 bedrooms over here. Master or primary bedroom is there. And then on the other side, we've got even more bedrooms. So let's get started on this very first extra bed. To me, this would be a great office or just a nice guest room. You're not really right next to the primary bedroom, but it's close. It's got 2 closets though that are rather large, so it's always nice. You can't ever have enough storage. As we head towards the primary, we've got a linen closet there. It's got this kind of grand entrance to the primary bedroom where there's 2 doors that open up. The master does have its, or primary does have its own thermostat, which I always love. You know, I feel like if I could redo my house, that's what I would have, just so that, you know, it's whatever temperature I set on that is what I'm going to be sleeping at. But anyways, something to notice here, the ceilings are taller, and the ceiling is taller in the primary here, and they're coffered. So you also have a really cool view of the pool. You know, it looks nice out there in the backyard and everything. So it's kind of relaxing. I think anytime you can wake up and see water, that's a good thing. All right, so something you'll notice with this house is just the sheer amount of space, right? We've got a nice, large bathroom for the master or the primary. It's been updated somewhat recently. It again has coffered ceilings. There's a really cool fan in here that I think kind of fits everything. When we look into this space, it's just a huge shower. Nice niche, you know? This is the kind of stuff that I like. Giant jacuzzi tub. You know, of course, any of this, the cool thing with it being on the 2nd floor is it's a little bit easier to move where water is and stuff like that, you know, than say on a slab on the 1st floor. So if you did want to reconfigure it, then that's absolutely an option. But here's kind of a cool space back here. Now, keep in mind, again, we're moving, so this is some stuff, but just a massive, massive closet for the primary. I mean, look at this. It's huge. And then back beyond this room, we've got another little storage nook. It's not absolute. Well, let's see if I can find a switch. Oh, there it is. Now, this is different, right? Because you have the finished drywall, and really what we're in is technically the attic, but they floored it out, and then they added some drywall here. So it's not air conditioned. We're not counting this as any part of the square footage or anything like that, you know, but gosh, just so much room for storage. All of your holiday stuff, or really any of your needs. And quite honestly, since there is a window here, you could do some stuff to make this an air-conditioned space. So we're not too far from this being a finished out area, you know, if you wanted it to be. But I just like to make sure that any consumer knows, anybody interested in this knows, we're not considering this part as any kind of square footage, because it's not. I mean, until it's connected to the central AC and then it's kind of finished out like the rest of the house, then you don't really count it as that. So I have seen people try to though, so be mindful of that. But anyways, okay, so we're gonna keep looking here. There's a pull down attic, so it does have attic space still above us. That wasn't all there was, but nice view from up here over the living room. We've got front yard over there, kind of cool. All right, so there's a bedroom back there, a bathroom, and then another bedroom here. This is also used as an office space. It's got a beautiful view into the backyard as well. Closets there. All right, and now we're in the upstairs bath. Got dual sinks, which is always great in case you have multiple people up here. Pretty nice and clean and refreshed tub and tub walls. And then now we're in the final bedroom upstairs. So it's got some coffered ceilings. Something, again, I can't point out enough is the ceilings in this one. If you've looked in Glade Crossing much, you'll have noticed that some of the ceilings are lower, especially upstairs. And this does not have that feel. The ceilings are all pretty tall. So here's an example, right? This ceiling here is with the majority of the homes in Glade Crossing you'll see it, they're all set at that height upstairs. But then you look into these bedrooms and it jumps up quite a bit. So I think that's special. There's some things that the builder did differently with this run of homes that I think look much better, works a lot better. So anyways, I've got one last thing I really wanted to highlight, and I kind of missed. I know this isn't a huge deal, but I like to, point out storage when I see it. So I've got this. You could go further underneath those stairs, but just a massive storage area there, closet, and that's it. That's really the house.